Hey, family. Hey, hey. Happy Aquarius season to you. If you follow the turning of the wheel of the year, happy Imbolc season to you as well. This is the season of mother's milk. This is a season of return of the light, of expectant gestation. What is in the belly that feels very pregnant. Right? If you were on the land, if you were farming, if you were, it's not, when you follow the wheel of the year, I always remind people of this. When you follow the wheel of the year, it's not like, oh, that's so pagan. I mean, it is, but even if you were a farmer or if you were, not even so long ago, living by the land, following the farmer's almanac and mapping the moon and the stars, just funny to me. It just makes me chuckle, because it's like you would have been following that stuff anyway. But I digress. We feel at Imbolc, and it's beautiful to look at lots of different places, lots of different beliefs and cultures and celebrations around the world. Like, we also have kind of like the birthday of the trees. We have, there's just a lot of different beautiful practices. But as the wheel turns, we're going to see obviously more light at the end of our days. This depends on what hemisphere you're in, of course, maybe opposite for you. But here I'm speaking from the northern hemisphere. It's a beautiful time. It's very expectant. I love the image that you always see. And I love how it correlates in bulk, the return of the light. It correlates with the zodiac wheel of the season of Aquarius. You think of the star card in the tarot like a north star, guiding you back to your center, guiding you back to your purpose, giving you hope, reminding you how resilient you are. On the tarot, the star card follows the tower. And I definitely think in the fall, in the winter, really in the fall, for me personally, there were definitely a lot of tower and death moments in the death season. And then we had the winter to kind of absorb and sit with and heal from and rebuild our foundations. And now it is a beautiful flow into Aquarius season. I love... What do we have? What do we have going on in Aquarius season? We've got, I was going to say the image, you guys, it's like this image of a lady kind of planted in the ground like a seed and she's unfurling. She's like stretching her arms out. And it's like, the snow, sorry, I'm trying to scooch my chair. The snow is like thawing out above her on the soil. The light is shining down and it's like a seed. It's her potential getting ready to unfurl. When I do one-on-one work, I love to, I always think it's really important to remind people, February is still the winter though. I mean, it's some people mark it as like early spring. Obviously, if you're planting a garden, it is the time of expectancy, germination. But it is still a vision work time period. We're still definitely doing vision work, but we are progressing in our vision work in that we've renewed, refreshed, revisited, cleared out in our Earth season, in Capricorn. Now we're in our last air sign before the zodiac wheel ends. So now we're kind of recollecting all of our thoughts. In Aquarius season, that is the last air sign on the zodiac wheel. Pisces will be the last sign, and then we start over again anew as we have we're in the new lunar new year, and then pretty soon we will end our energetic cycle of the zodiac wheel, and then we'll enter a new energetic cycle with the sign of Aries. So Aquarius being the last air sign, we want to review, revisit, recollect our our thoughts. This is vision work. This is making a vision board. This is sitting down and writing your petitions out to the universe. This is being in meditation about all that you want to call in. Because once you get to the spring equinox, I'm going to tell you, especially with energy like Jupiter and Aries until May, it's going to be it is unfurling. When we have Jupiter, it's kind of like rolling a ball, rolling a boulder or something downhill, and it gathers momentum, right? Jupiter has been in Aries since the end of December. It's going to stay there until May. So the more that we're pushing the ball, the more momentum that it's going to start building. So by the time you reach the spring equinox season in March, you're going to find that the ball is already going to be rolling. That's not really the time to be laying foundational groundwork, having vision plans, vision boards, meditating, petitioning the universe and your higher self, your ancestors and guides. You know what I'm saying? Like, now is the time that we are doing that work. And the Aquarius season, this lunar cycle, we opened up with that big, huge, beautiful, magical, extremely powerful super new moon. If you remember, literally only a couple times in thousands of years will you have the moon that is so close to the earth in that way. And I'm not going to go into the science of all of that, but it's very interesting. You can read about it, the super new moon that opened this lunar cycle. So I love Aquarius season for us. It's, Aquarius is all about how can I break free? How can I return to my purpose? I want progress. I want evolution. Sorry, you guys, my throat has been super sore. I've been recovering from a cold and all manner of things. So I have a cough drop in. Sorry if you're sensitive to that. If you don't get into that ASMR of chewing things. Okay, I'm finished with it now. I'm sorry. Aquarius season is going to, it's very interesting because when you transition from, and it's also doubly interesting because Saturn is in Aquarius, too, until like March something. I don't have that in front of me. And it's been doing these cycles for a couple of years now. And actually, to note, once it moves out of Aquarius this year, in March, it won't be back for like another, I think it's 28 years. Fascinating. But Saturn's also in Aquarius. So it's interesting when you transition from Capricorn season into Aquarius season because you've been doing conditioning, structural work. You've been focused on, I would liken it to, as I've said in other videos and I talk about in my one-on-ones, is like you go and you're either going to move into a new house, you bought it, or let's say maybe you're selling it and you're evaluating the groundwork, the structure, the frame. How is the foundation? Do we need to just go rip shit fully out? Do we need to tear the foundations all the way down to really get a good structure? Are there pipes leaking? Do we need to take care of this before we start slapping paint on a thing? Before we start putting new furniture in and living here or selling this to someone else to live here. That's the nature of what Capricorn season helps us do. And then we transition into Aquarius season. And then what we want to do is actually, now that we have a different structure, we want to build totally new and be very innovative. It would be like taking a house and you see like someone will refurbish it and it looks like a completely different story. And they're like, wow, I remember the old structure. Look at it now. This is the vibe, right? Also with Saturn moving in Aquarius, once again, you've got the old traditional structured lord of karma and time. And then you've got Aquarius, who's kind of like the rebellious teenager ruled by Uranus that says, let's do something totally, completely different with this whole house, right? This is going to be the year where we just make this house so authentic to us. That's the vibe of it. So we're letting go. We are letting go. I did this great small batch sets in some private sales where I did these emotional release tools, these emotional release candles and oils, and it was really beautiful to prep us for Aquarius season. So you may be thinking of your beliefs, your personal, ritual, sacred, however you practice meditative practices, your fear-based mindset, anything that was structured that wasn't helping you evolve. Essentially, we are trying to let that go and creatively rediscover, play around with, our uniqueness, our authenticity. We're connecting to different things. Aquarius season also reminds you, though, this doesn't mean we're trying to be perfect. You know, it just means we're trying to discover ourselves in a more authentic way. So I love Aquarius season for us. What do we have going on? You know, I will say this though. Aquarius is the fixed sign of the mind of the element of air. And thankfully, what's beautiful is I love that we had Mars and Mercury retrograding in Capricorn season because it helped us to stay grounded while we dealt with the silence, the quiet, the slow moving. It helped us restructure the foundations. It helped us really hone in on what am I building these visions on that I'm calling into my life this year, whether it's healing, whether it's creative projects, new careers. Maybe you're moving to a completely different place. Maybe your whole body. Who am I? Whatever it is, you're rebuilding, visioning, reworking, structuring, healing, etc. Right? I love that we had that energy going on in Capricorn season because now we're in Aquarius season. This is a fixed air sign. It's so mental. Spoken from an Aquarian here. It's they're on the shadow side of that fixed air sign is a lot of overthinking, and we can find ourselves in Aquarius season if we're not staying balanced. We can sometimes in this type of it's a very shifting, it's a very it's a high vibrational, if you can bring it there, frequency. So your thought patterns, the way you perceive reality wants to shift, wants to evolve, but this can cause you know, some anxiety in the nervous system. So we want to make sure that we are still staying grounded, that we are being present in nature. It's very important to connect to the magnetic grid of the earth, to get sunlight on our faces, to refresh ourselves, to do our cleansing, our meditative, and our healing work. Because anxiety, a lot of mental angst can be present in an Aquarius season. But again, all planets are moving direct until April. So I think that's really beautiful for us, and I love that for us. I love that we are building to a full moon in Leo this weekend. What else do we have going on in Aquarius season? Oh, we do have the trine. You know what? We've got a trine, think triangle, right? With Mars and a sun conjunction with Saturn. I like this because in an Aquarius season, it is good to have productive energy that drives us, that motivates us, because it will help us stay focused. Because again, we have Jupiter in Aries, which is that very expansive, abundant. I want to get passionate. I want to plan some things. I want to vision some things that feel like taking a risk, that are going to challenge me, that will create adventures. Think the Fool, right? So I love this energy for us because if you pair something like that with Aquarius season, sometimes you can go way far out with it, and you can go over to the shadow side, but then you get anxiety because you're overthinking, and maybe you try to get a little bit too chaotic with it. Remember where Uranus ruled in this season, and then Jupiter and Aries is going to be like, yeah, gas, let's get it. But we want to make sure that we balance and we're harmonious. Let's shuffle the rider weight. We're working with I like to call her the rider die because she's been through and seen a lot of things. Oh, this is my rider die. She's trusty. She never disappoints in the energy. But yeah, we want to have a good, I like this trine for us. What is today? The 2nd. The trine, I think, actually happened more around, I think it was like the 30th, 29th, 30th, 31st. I love how this energy, imagine this beautiful Aquarius energy being beamed like, what is it, y'all? Is it a Pink Floyd album cover? Where it's beaming through the prism and it's like rainbow energy coming out. That's what it makes me think of this Aquarius energy being channeled through this trine. It's going to help it be focused. It's going to help it be determined and motivated. The sun will also cross Saturn on February 16th. And so I think this will also once again be very helpful to help us take responsibility. Aquarius can get a little bit wild, like, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about the collective, and what if we did this? And like, I'm so socially connected to all these platforms, and I have all these ideas. I want to do all of these ideas. And, it's going to be great. Like, for cosmic light years ahead, I'm thinking, like, if you can get with me, this is the Aquarius vibe. Right. So I love that the sun will cross back with Saturn around the 16th. It is going to kind of give us that grounding touch mark again to say, hey, but we need to be responsible. Hey, remember what you're committed to. Hey, it's good to be cheerful. It's good to be excited. It's good to evolve. It's good to be eccentric, but let's reground, let's return to, we do have responsibilities. We do have maturities, let's definitely do some innovative, eccentric and new things, but we need to build something that is going to last over time. So, always be mindful in Aquarius season that we are connecting. It's a co-creation atmosphere. Aquarians want people to be connected. They want everyone to be creating. They want everyone to be evolving into their best, highest self. So think about your spirit family groups, your tribes, social media, people that you're going out and meeting new in your community. And are they in alignment with an authentic version of you? And if they're not, Jupiter and Aries energy will help you kind of maybe get a little risky to courageously experiment with how you can expand maybe into new circles of people that will help you grow, that will support different choices, not so much the outdated choices you used to make, but maybe creating the newer version of yourself that you're trying to grow into. I'll say too, on the last note, I do love for us that Venus is in Pisces. She moved there in the 26th and she'll stay there until the 19th, pretty much the whole of Aquarius season. And I love it because we've got that beautiful mutable water of Pisces, his love and his beauty, and Venus is very much highly favored while she's in Pisces, and Aquarius is the water bearer of the zodiac. Some people would call Aquarius a hidden water sign, but it's very inspirational. It's very artistic. It's very a channel. It's very imagination. Again, like, I can't stress enough, if you need visual creative inspiration, like if you're a vision board person, if you are a ritual sacred space person, this month refresh your altars, get tangible with your creative or inspirational tools, your gemstones. If you're an artist, be in your creative flow. Especially with all the planets direct, I think it's going to be kind of like swimming, just swimming in beauty, inspiration, connection, creativity. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. But on the flip side, okay, Venus in Pisces is, we can kind of feel the submerge. We don't want to get way too far out. So it's important that we stay grounded. Again, Aquarius season can kind of get you spun out in anxiety and overthinking if you're not careful with that. Check in with your mental, check in with your nervous system, stay grounded, and be outside in nature, be touching your gemstones, be wearing your essential oils, and staying focused while channeling such high level, high vibratory energy in these creative channels is a very, very powerful. Peaking with this Leo new moon too is going to be a lot of passion. Be careful out there if you single. I'm just trying to say, y'all better watch out on Valentine's Day if you out there in the streets, so to speak. Y'all just be careful. I can see the potential of having like all these rose colored glasses on to be like, I love love and I love to love everybody, and oh, it's beautiful, and y'all, woo, look at this, you guys. We've got, I'm sorry, I just, stay grounded. If you're out there on Valentine's Day, stay grounded this month. Excuse me. So I love to see this for us. Let me fix us. There we go. Guan Yin back here. Please. Please stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay balanced. So I love to see the King of Wands. The King of Wands reminds me of the trine energy. He reminds me we are thinking about our creativity. We are thinking about our passion. And the Ace of Wands. Ooh, and the Magician as well. And the Magician as well. This is like prime creative channel type energy. I was just talking about the Magician the other day and his Jupiter finger and having a clear channel, Jupiter being in Aries. This is, wow, this is high level. Like, yes. It's very powerful. It's like, you know what? The abundance of inspiration, the abundance of the channel of energy flow is absolutely there for you. It's just going to be a matter of how you choose to channel it. Is your channel clear? Are there things, are there people, are there emotional or energetic contracts that need to still be released, debris that needs to still be cleared? Let's go ahead and do that right now. And what we want to be doing is really, really focusing in a high vibrational way, in a way that is very clear in the vision work what we want to call in. Is it a creative endeavor? Is it a new relationship? Is it the healing and connection relationship with yourself? Maybe it's your spiritual path of study. It's an amazing year for that as well. But anyway, you know, with Jupiter in Aries until May, I cannot stress, you are, remember we were talking about it's a 7-year and you're the Chariot, and building momentum. You are going to be pushing the ball down the hill. It's no matter whether you will or won't. It's more like, what momentum are you building? Because it's going to build. So yeah, I'm sorry. I keep thinking about Valentine's Day and this King of Wands and this Ace of Wands. Oh, y'all, you know, love yourself. You know what? I will say this. But you know what? No, we're what we're manifesting over here is some King of Cups, some emotional maturity energy, right? This is what we are calling in. Okay, emotional balance, emotional Venus and Pisces. You know, this is going to be a mature energy. I'm sorry. And then the Magician. I don't really like to focus on other people's energy outside ourselves in my readings. It's just not my style, you guys. You're never going to come here and I'm going to keep telling you what everybody else is doing and what to watch out for, because we are anchored in our damn selves. We are so busy doing our healing and self-work and manifestation and our creativity and our businesses and the goals that we have. For anyone to even step into our frequency, first of all, the people that walk with me, they are very highly protected by their ancestors, their higher light body guides. This is powerful fire energy right here. Don't. If you're here watching the video, if you're with me, if you have moved with me, and even if you're not, I would so to say in my tribe, if you're watching this video, period, I already know that your ancestors, how you are protected. They don't play about you, you know. Why is this like a baton club holding it up to, you know, and he's sitting over here talking about, I wish somebody would. They're going to get whacked in the back of the head. Anyway, I don't want to take it to that level. I'm just saying, I don't know why. Maybe it's a message for someone that if you're out there on Valentine's Day, look, be grounded in yourself. Let's do magic for ourselves, okay? I'm getting ready to be in this sale with a friend. Love her to pieces. And we're doing like I was doing like some love theme type stuff, right? And my whole focus, y'all, don't come to me. I'm going to be the one that's going to tell you, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, do your magic, do your vision work, cast it back into yourself. The more that you hype your own self up, the more that you heal your own self, the more that you know your own self, what you're going to do is increase your frequential resonance. You're going to change your vibration. Again, I'm always going to tell you about attunement. What channel are you tuned on? Because then people got to meet you on that channel or they won't even be in your reality. Okay. So you set the bar for the type of channel. Here we are talking about channeling, and I was just talking about a clear channel. You know, but the Magician, he has everything. He has everything. Don't think you don't. Everything is already within you. But again, You better be careful what you're calling to you. Can we be manifesting out here these King of Cups? You take it as you will, as it resonates to you. I'm going to get off the subject. It's just making me laugh because I can't see it looking at the Ace of Wands. Anyway, look at the divine potential of creative, inspirational energy. It is highly magical. The King of Cups is a card that encourages, and I like this for us because we were talking about mental health and anxiety and overthinking. And we're in a season of, we're highly doing our vision work. We are productive. We are industrious. We have goals for ourselves, maybe for a business, maybe for advancement in whatever way in your life. I know you have those. Those goals for yourself. So the King of Cups reminds you in a season like this. We were just talking about Venus being in Pisces. See this highly creative, high vibrational energy here of what we can manifest, of what we can call in. Now, again, I will remind you, just because you plant the seed, you don't eat the fruit. So we're not waking up tomorrow with bam, bam, bam. Wow, look, I'm the king. No. This is a mindset. This is a vibration we're on as we go towards and we're moving. It's also return of the light type season here, right? And I love that these two cards preface and are sitting before the magician, because this is what he's calling in. You see what I'm saying? And when we move towards the spring equinox, we're going to be putting the seeds into the soil. Technically, some people are probably already like gestating and nursing the seeds, but that makes sense because they will then be pregnant in the mother's belly, correct? So by the time we get to spring equinox, it's going to be like, all right, let's lace up the sneakers. Let's get it. Let's hit it. And then that's going to be the type, what is it they say? About planning and preparation, meeting, good luck and good fortune, and how they both have to meet together. You don't just have good luck and good fortune. Whoa, it just fell in my lap. And some people out there would probably say, I dare to differ. I beg to differ. Yes, that does happen sometimes. But you want to tell me, go ahead and look at those people's stories where something like that fell in their lap and it wasn't met with preparation. It wasn't met with wisdom. It wasn't met with skill, with dedication that was already there before. It was squandered. Do you know what I mean? It's funny how the universe will do that, but that's it teaches you karmic lessons that then you have to glean the wisdom from, so you're ready next time that big old ace of wands falls in your lap. I'm sorry. You get what I'm saying, though? I love how that flows. But in this season, you're reminded at what keeps you emotionally grounded, emotionally healthy, mind, body, spirit balance. Do you know what I mean? What are your sacred practices? Where do you go to get aligned in nature? I'm going to tell you right now, nothing will replace you getting aligned in nature. Absolutely. Absolutely nothing. Being in the sun, having bare feet on the soil, finding a spot. Even that's like all I can really do right now, man, is walk into my backyard. Fine, do that. Find you a gemstone. You don't even need, just take your body outside and set the intention. I guarantee you Gaia's, the whole electromagnetic grid will work in your favor because you are not separate from it. That's a lie. You're part of it. So use it. Okay, but the King of Cups is about emotional maturity, being emotionally stable. What is your meditative practice? What is your journal work practice? What books do you read? What is contributing to your emotional health? Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something, just on the note of what we were talking about a second ago. This is not the time, nor this being the year with Jupiter and Aries. You do not want to grab and pick up some emotionally very unstable, very immature things and toss them in the back of your chariot. Please don't do that. Oh man, because that's going to wheel you forward into some other karmic lessons, and we don't want to start over with that again this year, right? Okay. I'm not going to go back and talk about Valentine's Day again. I don't know why that's coming through. I don't normally really channel stuff on but anyway, that it made me laugh a little bit. But bringing it back into the self-focus, the self-awareness, calling our energy focus, and our spirit back to ourself. The King of Cups is reminding you of your emotional balance practices. It's a big meditation card. So we need to meditate and our chakras need to have a clear channel of alignment. We need to be doing this work, so that we can have a good flow to bring this powerful energy down. So I hope you guys have a lovely remainder of your week. Please enjoy this beautiful flow and time of the Imbolc season. Please make time for beautiful rituals that inspire you. It is a wonderful, wonderful energetic time in the collective for that. Stay grounded though, stay with your practice. Because it's going to help you be a grounded, strong, clear channel for the things that want to come through and support your mind, body, spirit, visions, and goals. I will be doing offerings for Venus related astrology in February. And you can always check out my Instagram, always check out my Facebook business page, send me an email. If you're curious, go to my website, all the good things. If you're curious about what is going on and what I'm doing, offering in February. So you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And as we build to this gorgeous, delicious full moon in Leo on Sunday. And I look forward to speaking to you guys soon.